here we go. Chat, this is our tier list. Let's begin. Right, to start off with, we have the Alchemist. The bottom puff Alchemist. I've forgotten the name of this guy. I can't remember him. I can't even remember the last time I used him, to be honest. I'm going to say personal opinions out of the way. I don't like him. It's like, yeah, look at me and my very large pop count. But, yeah, he can turn a mob into a red balloon, but I thought the whole point of the bottom path was to get cash. But this guy does the opposite. He loses you cash, doesn't he? If this was my tier list, I'd put him in dull. What does everyone else think? Enish says vile. We got a vile. I never used the Alku. Interesting. Alchemist is very good, Poopy. You probably should use at least the top half. It's excellent. Ludo Dude says lovely. He's good, though. I don't know, but I just think it just doesn't make sense. Like, look, he's got jewelry and everything. Like, I think this guy should be making me money, but he doesn't. He does the opposite. It doesn't make any sense. Dull. We got a dull from the boy. It's cool, but also mid at the same time. I'm going to say a dull for our friend. I think... I'm not going to put him into vile because we had someone say that he was lovely. Next we have... Oh, we got the Bank of England chair. Oh, yes. The Bank of England. What do we think about the Bank of England? Well, for me personally... I mean, I like the Bank of England a lot because it's the Bank of England. Poopy, we got marvellous. We got another marvellous. We got loads of marvellouses. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised. I was expecting like, oh yeah, Banana Central is like 10 times, 100 times, a billion times better than this shit. Oh, Ludo Dude says vile. JK. Oh, I got a bit scared there. You thought the Bank of England was vile. Scrum-diddly-umptious. Scrum-diddly-umptious, neighborino. I think that was alright. That was a decent Ned. Do it! Marvellous! Bank of England should have its own tier. Bank of England! Bank of England! Look, it's gold! Right, that means it's amazing. There we go! There he is, the Bank of England! We did have a lot of marvellouses though, so I think it's fair to put him very high. Next, we have right. I got a soft spot for this lad. This is the Pokey. He is good. He is good. He also really likes fish. For me, I would at least put him in wonderful. Pokey can pick up a lot of mobs, specifically ZOMGs, and take them to the drag point, which is very useful for the late game. Pokey even carried us in support only on Sanctuary. It was amazing. It was incredible. But he has a few problems, one of which is that he can't deal with late-game ceramics, so he needs someone to back him up. Oh, I literally don't even have him unlocked! Oh, God, we're alienating some people. I would say wonderful, so we got a wonderful from the boy. Sounds like a wonderful. I'm thinking wonderful. I wouldn't put him in marvellous, but he is very expensive, but what you get is pretty decent. It's at least useful, unlike a certain other tier 5 beast handler. I'm thinking wonderful, chat. I almost put him into marvellous, but yeah, I think a wonderful. Anyway, next is Bomb Blitz. So we had someone say something about Bomb Blitz. I think it was Jake, wasn't it? Bomb Blitz is kind of good. It's hard for me to give an opinion on Bomb Blitz. I don't use it. One word, mid. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same as well. Though it was pointed out during the tier list for heroes, Bomb Blitz pairs very well with Azili. Azili has an ability which, well, you got to use up health to use the ability, which activates the Bomb Blitz's ability, which can come in use. Too expensive, yes. Yes, I think he's a bit pricey. It's a high lovely for me, from Poopy. Barely buffed cluster bombs. Yeah, it's like, it's a great tower, but tier 5, I'd never go to it. But I can see it has pros and some benefits, so we'll put it in lovely. Put it in lovely. Probably a low lovely, I think. Next, I've forgotten the name of this guy. Ludo Dude says marvellous. I like this guy. I used to love using him in my early days of playing Bloons TD6. He's good. He pushes the balloons back very effectively. I think he does fall off a little bit because he can't push back bads. But he still does relatively decent DPS. We are wonderful from Enish. We got a what from Poopy? Y'all are crazy. Why are we crazy? Poopy, what do you think of Mopedom? You're saying we're crazy? What you terrible! Terrible, you say. I like that word terrible, by the way. I'm going to change dull to terrible. That's a good word. I always feel going top half is better. Personally, I'd much rather go bottom path. I think it's better. I think top path is okay. But, like, he falls off very quickly. A bit quicker than Mogdom. Aussie. That's true. He's an Aussie. For me, personally, I would say he's probably a high wonderful. Can you change Vile to Garbo? Nah, I want to leave Vile alone. Like, Vile is, like, the word you use to describe something as being absolute dog. Horrendous. Disgusting. Vile. Taking everyone's opinions in account. A low wonderful. I'm from Britain, but live in Germany, and you sounded like my English teacher a second ago. Interesting. Oh, you're gonna hear that now. Oh, I'm excited for this one, chat. Look who it is. It's the Dalek. Oh, I love the Dalek. I love the Dalek because he looks like a Dalek. We got a marvelous. We got a tee-hee-hee. Yes, I love it. We got some good props for the Dalek. I like him. He's great. I don't have to worry about him. I put him on auto-target, and he just kills everything. I know that the Mad is the staple. It's like, oh, probably get the Mad. Oh, you should probably get the Ray of Doom. But I got a soft spot for this guy, right? He's underused, but he's actually very good. I don't really use this. Can't pop lead. Listen, by the time you get this, you'll probably have a Mib as well. Let's be honest. Or an Alchemist. I've been using him recently. Really like him. All right, chat. So I've heard what you've had to say. I want to put him in Marvelous. Oh, chat. Jake's come in last minute. He sucks. He's bad in my opinion. Hi, wonderful. Hi, wonderful. We've had a lot of praise, but Jake grabbed the Dalek. He grabbed the Dalek from the heels. Ah! And he pulled him down into wonderful. That's it. I'm sorry. Jake has spoken. Right, what do we think of the guy, the Crossbow Master? Marvelous, marvelous. Yeah, I was expecting it. I like him because you get 2, so you can get his insta 30 power card. I forgot about that. That's right. So if you got monkey knowledge, you could get 2 of these bad boys. I was playing Bloons the other night with my friend. My friend was like, yeah, you know you can get 2 of them. I was like, yes, you're right. Only path you need with dart dudes. That's true. Then again, I think for certain maps, this guy here. Anywhere where there's a lot of walls, I think he's better. If I'm going to be really honest with you, I think we're going to have our first Marvelous. I can't look past, like, the utility of this guy. Not only is he a really good tower for getting to, like, round 100, but also, like, being able to get, like, level 30 Dart Paragon is amazing. And, like, Dart Paragon is so good. Oh, I know what's going to happen here. I'm not going to say nothing. Chat, go. You take the lead. What do we think about this angry fella? This very angry man. Oh! What? Wow. Okay, I'm taken aback. Alone, he is horrible. Oh, okay, all right. Hang on a second. We put the Dalek in high wonderful. And we were fighting and saying, like, oh, yeah, but by the time you can get him, you can get a village with a Mib. But now we're saying alone, this guy is terrible. But we allowed assistance for this guy. Gotta give this guy the same treatment when this guy has all of his goons. This guy is amazing. Avatar of Wrath is incredible. He is angry like me. Marvelous. I will say, he helped me beat 4 circles in chimps, but still vile. Literally sucks he's the S word. I thought Avatar of Wrath was more popular than this. Well, I have to take the opinions of the chat in account. We allowed 1 assistance for the Dartling, not 5 other druids, a village, and alchemist. I think he's wonderful, but I'm completely outmatched. We're putting him in Vile. Say Vile. This is your tier list as much as it is mine. Though I greatly disagree with the majority of you. I'm putting him in Vile. What is it with you, Poopy? First we had Sergeant Clarkson getting put into Vile, and he was like, yes, justice! And now we got Avatar of Wrath going into Vile. It's like, yeah, we got him! Yeah, we got him good! Fuck that guy! He gets what he deserves. Ah, here we go. Extra large trap. It's overpowered. Oh, he's a marvelous for me, chat. I think a 004 is better than 005 in pricing because it just gets like a DDT, and for the price, you can get something that's a lot better. He the best, wonderful. As the support only guy, I have to put my word in, and I have to say, right, this guy has single-handedly funded multiple supermines, right? I will admit that was also mostly funded by the 004. So, Jezin makes a very good point. Bro, look at them shades. He knows he's the best there. Yes! And when you get the 50k for it, there's almost not even little Bloons to give you the money's worth. Yeah, but he can eat like ZMGs, right? Which is pretty good. I'm gonna say low marvelous. ZMGs don't give as much money as the little Bloons. That's true, but still. Because, like, you can get, like, an extra large trap, and you can build up into, like, another tier 5 in, like, maybe 3 rounds. Maybe that was a bit of an exaggeration. Maybe it's a bit more than that. But, like, from my experience, I've gotten this guy, and then within a few rounds, I could get, like, another tier 5. I think that the 004 is more useful, because it's cheaper. You're going to be getting it earlier on. And it's going to be funding the money that you're going to need for your endgame. This guy, you kind of get him when you're just doing really well. But he is very good. All right, he's going in high, wonderful. What do we think about this guy? High, marvelous. Now, Super Glue is jolly. He's good, but also bad. Interesting. Glue Man is jolly at best. He is sticky. You had to go there, Albatos, didn't you? You wouldn't want to hug him, no. But then again, I think hugging him is fine as long as he puts the cannons, the glue cannons down. He's very good at shutting down DDTs. I don't really know what else to say here. I think for the cheap price, it's a great support, but mostly I only get 203. Not more than that. Plus, the glue he uses is actually bubblegum. I'd like to believe that. I'm thinking a low wonderful. Hearing everyone else and whatever other peeps have to say, I'm thinking low wonderful. If I were you, I would have picked jolly. But the majority of it would be high lovely. I'll go high lovely. High lovely. They're still very good. Anyway, what do we think about the Chinooks? The next one is OP. Put him in wonderful now. I don't know about that. 005, very good, but overrated. Is it overrated? Who uses this? Do people use this? Did they buff it recently and, like, people are using him now? He is poo-poo. Well, if Poopy says that he is poo-poo, I'm led to believe that that's true. Now, not me, but still good. I don't think he's bad, but, like, every time I've used him, he's very underwhelming. He holds me up in Chimp's Monkey Meadows. I would have thought anything would hold you up in Chimp's Monkey Meadows, though. Bro needs backup. He ain't so tough. I don't think he's a bad tab, but I don't think he's good. I don't think he's worthy of wonderful. I don't use him. That's the thing. Now, Top Puff, now that's a man. He is vile. Imagine having friends. UPD 37, he got massively buffed. Maybe it's just a case that I don't know. I'm putting him in high lovely. I'm going to go with what I think. High lovely because we've got some peeps saying that he's vile. 005 ice is garbage. Interesting. What do we think about bottom path ice? Okay, well then, Bean is the best. Yep, Bean. Hang on. Your old BF says it. Bean is the best. Bean Cat. There he goes! Best hair of Bloons TD6, even though he's not in the game. Humbly okay. I feel like Top Path is just better. No. Yes, that's true. The debuff is amazing. Top Path is excellent. 205 ice is good for DDTs. Yes, I think it's good for DDTs. Either low wonderful or high lovely. Jolly. Jolly. Alright, I'm doing it. Jolly. Marius, what do we think about this one? This is the Flying Fortress. I imagine this is going to be a marvelous. You can't see it. Sorry. Okay, you should be able to see now. Marvelous. Marv, definitely. We got a lot of marvelous. ISAB is high marvelous. I was actually tempted to say. So what do we rate ISAB today? Expensive but worth. If you use overclock on this guy 10 times. Perfect. Flying Fortress is marvelous with its high damage and its good price. I think this is it's a quick one. It's a quick one. Very obvious marvelous. What do we think of the money boat? Money is good, marvelous. He's a support tower, so I'm inclined to put him in the high marvelous. It sucks. Interesting. I don't think it sucks, but I don't think it's the best thing in the world. Makes low money, and we only use bottom path to sell more expensive to get Paragon. Anish says marvelous. The bottom path, but is not worth, but I but it might go into Bank of England because it's money. Now, Bank of England gets its own tier because it's the Bank of England. This doesn't look any remotely British. I'm saying low, lovely. Okay, now to move on. All right, I'm putting it above. I think it's better than Bomb Blitz. What do we think of this guy?
What do you think of this lovely gentleman, right? With his lovely shooty guns.
I like him. He's all right. I think he's decent. 005 sub. It's so good. It buffs other subs. I did this yesterday, actually. I had this on Lunaris Prime. This plus a bunch of other subs. Just mowing down the Bloons. Okay, bottom puff sub sucks unless you spawn or unless you spam the tier 4 bottom puff subs. Meh, terrible. He's okay. Still,
No, BF, how dare you?
Because like a 004 sub on its own is actually really good. And this is that, but better. And I've got nothing against a tower that has, you know, support capabilities. Even though you have to buy the other subs, it is supporting. Mid Marvelous, better than Crossbow, but worse than ISAB. I think that's fair. I'm thinking, because we got some okays and we got some terribles. Hi, wonderful. Wait, is there a fish tier? I can't put any more tiers. Right, Monkeyopolis. What can I say? You can get a 000 farm and it can still be amazing. Monkeyopolis is meta, even after the 50% nerf. I wouldn't be surprised if they nerf it again. I would even be tempted to put it above the Flying Fortress. Bottom Path Village is a solid Marvelous. With its price, it makes insane money income. I'm terrible at farming, so I can't use it. You should get good at that, Poopy. It'll help you in the long run. Get better at farming. Bank of England DLC. It's not better than the Bank of England because the Bank of England is the Bank of England. I will recognise that it's probably going to be Marvelous. Care to disagree, if you will? I think I said this was going to be the last one for today. Part 1. For part 1 of the tier list. What do we think about this lad? What do we think about this dude? 005 mortars sucks. Other than 023, you're wasting money. I used to think that this guy, the 005 mortar, was really good because I remember when I first used him, I was getting like insane DPS numbers. Like I was just watching the counter go up and up and up and up and up. But you really have to micro it a lot. It does remove fortified. But a 004 can remove fortified. I'm thinking jolly. What do you guys think? I found out a 005 plus the help of about 89 extra 004s can kill a fort bad. Yeah, you're not really convincing me, your old BF. Low, lovely, jolly. So we have vile, lovely, jollies. Not a lot of people think much of this lad. I think he's high terrible. High terrible. Better than this guy. This guy doesn't make any sense. He's stupid. Well, we're going to pause this tier list for now. We'll continue it maybe next week. So stick around if you want to join in. Hopefully there'll be enough people. We had a lot of peeps to do this. That's what makes this possible. And hey, go sub to the YouTube because I'll probably be editing this into a video. Merchant! Whoa! Oh, stranger, there's a big old... Oh, God, something's going on here. There's cash over here, stranger. You better pick that up. We've got a lot of paying customers today, even at the end of the day. At the end of the stream, we've got loads of customers. Anyway, what am I doing here? You got a question, Merchant. Why feed your family when you can hang with the chat? Ah! Oh, bloody hell, stranger. Just ignore that, Merchant. Why feed your family when you can hang with chat? Stranger, I don't have a family. Not really. Well, I do have a family, but business comes first, right? Fish everywhere, stranger. God, you better clean this place up. All they do all day, Merchant, is throw fish at me. Fish? That's all they do. They just throw fish at me. Well, you better stop them. I can't stop them. Anyway, yeah, I'm providing for myself, stranger. You know, it's a tough world out there. All the prices of food and all that going up and stuff. You know, it's stressful for a merchant like me. But hey, we're doing all right. Anyway, we got that cleared up. There's a lot of butts going on behind me. They want their RPGs stat. All right? I'm off, strangers. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.